Hi again mga kabungangan Nixters. This is the Nixtradamus channel. Tonight, our new episode is about Saturn Retrograde. Okay? Again, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video as well as all the other videos of the Nixtradamus channel. Okay? I'm just drinking my kiwi smoothie now. Okay. Well, in a time like this, the pandemic, we have to boost our immune system. Always stay fit and healthy, guys. Okay? Alright. So let's talk about Saturn retrograde. As always, before we talk about the retrograde, let's talk about the planet Saturn first. Okay? What is Saturn? Well, it's the second largest planet in our solar system. We know that all the way back in elementary school. It is a ringed planet. We know that because of all the planets. The one we know best that has a ring around it is Saturn. Okay. Now, Saturn is a sign that is named after the Roman god of wealth and agriculture. Okay. Why wealth? Because prior to the discovery of the planets Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, the ancient ones, our forefathers, thought that the universe is only up to Saturn. So it's the only planet that can be seen by the naked eye without the aid of a telescope. And it is yellow-brown or golden brown in color, okay? Giving it the impression that it brings about wealth, okay? And it is also about agriculture because it is very visible during the time that plants or grains are being harvested. Okay, the Roman god to which this planet is associated is Cronus, and rather Saturnus. Okay, and this deity is the equivalent of the Greek god Cronus. In Hindu, they call it Shani, and in Hebrew, they call it Shabbatai. Okay, now, Saturn is thought of as the guardian of the cosmos. Why? Because it is thought to be at the edge of the universe prior to the discovery of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So it's the gatekeeper. Okay? And if you notice that the symbol of Saturn is represented by this sign, the sickle, okay, one that is used by the gods, okay, in mythology. Okay, now you see, Saturn has a very slow orbit. That is why it is associated with time. Yes, you heard me right. It is associated with time. It is also associated with authority and maturity, rules, order, discipline, tradition, limitations, practicality, rulers, measures, hard work, proficiency, experience, and yes, a little bit of wisdom. Okay? All these are the marks of a Capricorn. That's why it rules Capricorn. Okay? Now, this planet was observed in 1610 by Galileo Galilei, and later, in about 50 plus years, the rings were noticed by Christian Huygens. Okay? Ancient times call this as Phainon. Okay? This year, 2020, Saturn retrograde happens on May 11 up to September 29. Okay, now we now go to what Saturn retrograde brings to everyone. Okay, if Saturn is on a direct motion, it means finding a path, finding the right direction, working on precision, working according to plan. That is if it is on direct motion. However, if it is now in retrograde, everything becomes the opposite. And what does that mean? It will be a time of questioning your independence. You used to be an authority, you used to know order and discipline, but this time, can you do it alone? So there's a question on independence. Can you commit? This is a time of questioning your commitment. Notice that many companies are closing because they can no longer commit, or they have come to a realization that what is happening now, the pandemic, is putting so much restraint or constraints on their finances. That's why they can no longer commit to their employees. I've heard that some companies, after existing for so many years, are now closing down or downsizing. Okay? Saturn retrograde, when it goes on, Saturn retrograde is about karma. The planet has gone on full circle. It teaches us a lesson. It teaches us justice. Whatever we have done in the past, not only in this lifetime, but in our previous lifetimes, will now come to fore. And what does that mean? We have to answer to all the negativities we have done to others. We have to pay for this. There is no escape. Since it is karma, it's payback time. We have to pay also for all the unresolved issues in our lives. If there are moments when there are no closures, we now realize that we have to have closure. We may feel sluggish. Do you feel it? You may feel sluggish or without energy. But the lesson is we have to be resilient too. Because it's a time of knowing that we are capable of rising up again. It may be a time of being unproductive. We will have trouble with our work. We will have trouble with our health. We will even find faults in all systems, all kinds of systems, political systems, economic systems. We will always find errors, faults, flaws. But then we must not dwell on that. We must look at the positive side. We must look at why these things are faulty. Because we brought it upon ourselves. Notice that in the Philippines, if there are faults in certain structures, it is because of the people elected in the past. We answer for this, and now it's payback time. And this happens every year. So we have to pay back every year. Okay? The retrograde in Saturn is conjunct Altair, and Altair is the brightest star in the Aquila or the Eagle constellation. It starts initially in May in the constellation Aquarius, but it will end in Capricorn. When it started in Aquarius, there will be a questioning of the collective consciousness, an awakening. That's why when it started in May, people started to question the use or the utility of what they were used to. People were awakened to the need for the frontliners. it was a time of questioning ourselves. Why did this happen? Why are the deaths increasing? That's a time of questioning because Saturn retrograde was in Aquarius at that time. Now it will be going to Capricorn. Okay? In astrology, we call that a precession. Okay? From Aquarius, we go to Capricorn. And what does that mean? Since Saturn rules Capricorn and it's slowly going to Capricorn, it means that we should not lose focus on whatever we have started. So the government is on the right path. Whatever it has started, it must not lose focus. It must remain fixed towards its goals. Because when we reach the direct motion, then we will now go towards bigger strides, to improving structures, organizations, authority. We will become more disciplined, more mature in facing reality. Okay? So what does Saturn retrograde bring to everyone? We have to be kind to each other. Be more compassionate, because compassion and kindness will bring its own rewards. When karma comes back again, when Saturn goes on full circle, at least there will be good karma for each of us. Okay? So there, I hope you learned again something. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video and all the other videos of the Nañgit channel. Till next, always be kind and compassionate to others. Be kind also to yourself. Light, love, and life. Namaste. Bye.